Doing it? Okay,
Yes, ma'am,
perfect.
we're recording.
Okay, awesome. Okay, yeah. So like I was saying, I'm super excited. This again, props to you guys for being on, especially on a Friday night. I know there's so many things that you probably could be doing, but then again, not because quarantine, all that good stuff. So I'm super excited. We're going to be talking about how we personally enroll, how we bring in volume, how we bring in customers, help our customers, and how we also bring in we can talk about team members too, because I love helping new people join the business. And if you have any questions at all during that, go ahead and drop them in the chat and we can answer them along the way. When someone else is talking, then I can answer in the chat and vice versa. And also, what was I going to say? And we're going to talk about host to post because host to post is a huge part of our business and how we get enrollments and things like that and how to utilize this season where we're at. Because if you have not been in this business yet, during this season, this is the prime time. Like this is the season where you will see so many things happen. If you've been in the business a while and maybe these past couple of months, you're like, man, I've been putting in the work, but haven't seen quite as much as I want. Guess what? You're going to see all those seeds harvest this month and next month and the month after. So I'm excited. Cheyenne, you can talk first basically on what you do because I know you're so freaking good at time management and getting your tasks done so early. Like every time I text you, if you can do a power hour, you're like, yeah, I'm already done with my 6 list. And so you guys, sometimes you overcomplicate it and you think that this business takes a lot more time than it does. And guess what? It doesn't. You can be a really busy parent, a mom of, we have people who have like 10 kids. So you can be a super busy parent or you can have a full-time job. I worked a full-time job until September, the whole 5 years that I was in this business. So you can do it too. So Cheyenne, you can go ahead and take it away.
Hey, you guys, I'm so happy to be doing this with y'all. So, just to kind of go off of what Macy was talking about, I do work this business full time, and I've been full time with this business since I went diamond. Sorry, I just totally stuttered there. So basically, kind of how I work through everything. I guess I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little bit of a backstory because it didn't used to always be like this. So I don't want you to think that I just like joined and did all of this because it definitely was not like that. But I went diamond 7 months in the business and I quit my full-time job. So I just came home or to my parents' house and just started doing this full time. And honestly, you guys, for the first month, I literally sat at home and did nothing. Like you would have thought that because I was working this business full time, that I would have like not done that, I guess. Like the more time you have, you would work harder, but like no, that's really not how it went. Literally for the first month, I was like, I have all the time in the world, and so I did everything but working my business. And so basically, obviously I had like huge goals. Our team was pushing for double diamond, so I was like, okay, this is not how it's going to be. And that's really where I kind of just started to like to learn how to time manage and just kind of do all of that. But I mean, even before that, I was learning how, just with working so many jobs and doing this business and being in college. So I don't have any kids or anything, so I can't really answer questions for the moms, but I know Allie is on here and she's going to be sharing some tips too. So she'll definitely be able to touch on all of that for being a mom and stuff. But that was just one thing that I like really struggled with. I was working a full-time job, 2 part-time jobs, taking 18 credit hours and working this business. So like busy college girls, I got you guys. I understand the feelings. Okay. It's like, I get it. And so basically now just kind of going into what I do every single day. I don't know about you guys. I love working this business. I will work this business until the day I die, but I also do like spending time with my family and my boyfriend and like playing Xbox and like doing things that are like fun to me, that's enjoyable. Sorry. And I kind of got in this point in my business where I felt like I was just like this all the time. Granted, there's nothing wrong with that to a point. Like I say this with a grain of salt because I don't want you to think that we're asking you guys to have your head in your phones all day, because that's totally not how it is. But basically it's just like just having fun with the business, like you join this business to be able to work from home so you can spend time with your family and spend time with your friends and your kids and do things like that. And then you find yourself just with your head in your phone the whole time. And obviously there's days or times in my business where it's like that. Honestly, these last couple of days have been like that, especially with all of these announcements and just everything going on, doing like end of the month coaching calls and kickstarting January. Like it's literally the first. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired. So I'm excited though. And basically, how I work my business, especially on those days where I do have 15 coaching calls planned, like I did today, it's one of those things where you just kind of have to go about it at your day. And I'm trying to like think of like words. I'm so sorry. My brain is like dead right now. But basically what I do if I know that I have a super busy day the next day, so like I tomorrow my day's pretty much clear. So I won't do this for days like this, but for these last couple of days, the night before, I kind of plan out what I'm going to do. And I used to have like an actual planner for this, but it's not constant enough for me to do it. So I'll just write it out on sticky notes and I'm like, okay, wake up at X time and do X, Y, and Z, have this amount of time to be able to do whatever. And then coaching calls start at this time. I'll eat lunch here and then I'll get back on coaching calls. And I just kind of planned it out like that. And another thing that I did, which was actually really good, was I asked some of my girls if they would be willing to hop on Zoom with me the next morning. So we were just like on work Zoom, just hanging out. And I was like, hey, and I was like, can we like all agree to hop on my code at like 7 a.m.? And they all were like, yeah, like let's do it. And it was just me and two other girls. But I mean, still, like I woke up the next morning with like, okay, I have two girls that are going to be working with me tomorrow, like in the morning, you know? So I just got up and got on my code and did my entire 6 list. And for me, like that checklist is going to look a little bit different for everyone because there are so many different ways to build this business, but in a nutshell, it's essentially just doing the same things every single day. But I mean, like we literally just got on there, and I think within an hour and a half to 2 hours, I was done with everything. Granted, it was also one of the days for follow-up, so I was following up with like around 200-300 people at the same time. So I don't want you to think that it's going to take you that long every single time. But today, for example, I did a power hour by myself in my office and I got everything that I needed to get done within an hour. And some days I just kind of like choose what I want to do. Like in between coaching calls, I'll go follow 50 people or something like that. Like it's just kind of finding whatever sort of system works for you because it's going to look different for everyone. I work my business entirely different than Macy, Katie, and Allie, but we are also all triple diamonds. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of this business, that we all have different schedules and we all can do different things and get results. And so I'm trying to think, Macy, was that everything that I needed to talk about? Because I feel like I just went totally blank.
Yeah, I mean, you can add on to literally what any of us say because I mean, we're not really structured, but like we can just kind of talk back and forth and have conversations. And honestly, if you guys have something that works, I get to see you and me at the same time.
Sorry, I'm trying to do things on Zoom.
Hey, it's okay. And this is actually kind of a cool view. I feel like I'm actually talking to you. But if y'all have something that has been working really well for you, I'm actually having a Zoom, a team Zoom on Sunday, having all of our newbies speak of what's working for them. And so if you have something that you're like, you know what, I'm super excited, like this is actually working really well for me, time management wise, whatever it is, you can comment it below in the chat because I'm sure people want to know. The biggest thing is that people don't want to feel alone in this business. So like, your story and like your schedule might connect with other people. And so find maybe an accountability partner. That's been huge. Cheyenne, I've been asking her a lot lately if she can Zoom because her and I do this full time now. But before that, I was a full time college student. When I originally joined this business, I had played soccer. I played soccer. Our coach specifically, we were getting a scholarship to play soccer. So they're like, hey, by the way, soccer is your life. Like you eat, breathe, sleep soccer, anything else, like it's not as important. Like you can't even like food is not even as important as this, you know, like, so we were on a strict schedule. We had to take all of our classes from 6 a.m. to 12 o'clock during the day. And then after that, it was all practice at the end of the day. And so like I was on a really busy schedule and that's when I started this business. So you can be so busy and still make time for this. So what I would personally do, and maybe some of you guys are like, you know, I only have like 20 minutes to myself in the morning. Great. Use that time to when you're going to the bathroom, you know, you're going to go to the bathroom right when you wake up. So maybe just use that time to sit on the pot and, you know, follow 10 people. Like you can utilize so many different times. And I'm not saying that you have to eat, sleep, breathe this business because that's not it at all either. But you join this business for a reason. So make that a priority in some way, shape, or form. If you want to make an extra $100, well, you're only going to sacrifice a little bit right now to gain a lot later. And so utilize that time. And I know for me personally, I use power hours like crazy, you guys. And if you haven't been using Power Hours and you don't want to be alone, use Power Hours. I'm someone that thrives off of those. I love working with other people because I'm a blue personality. If you're a blue personality, you like being around other people, you like having other people hold you accountable. We have Zooms in the morning, we have Zooms in the afternoon, Zooms in the nighttime, and then other teams have Zooms too. And then the corporate holds Zooms. So you have all of these opportunities to work with other people. And during our Power Hours, I know that Cheyenne and Katie are on different teams, but for ours under Morgan, we specifically post one in the morning and we're like, hey, this is actually what you're going to be doing right now. Go send this message. Like we're really, we inform you about what we're going to do. So it helps any new person, older person, whatever. But I would say for the most part, what I personally do to enroll like crazy is keep it simple. And a lot of people, when I talk to a lot of newer people or when I talk to people who maybe have been in the business for a while, they overcomplicate it, and I used to do that so many times and I was getting frustrated because I texted my not a distributor, my enroller, and I was like, why is this not working for me? I see so many people signing up 30 customers a month. And at this point, I wasn't signing like any. And she was like, send me screenshots. So when your enroller or someone asks you to send screenshots, it's not to baby you. It's not to sit here and be like, I don't trust you. It's more of a, hey, let's fix this issue. So don't ever put your guard up and be like, I don't want to send her my messages. Because what if I do say something wrong? Well, great. Now we can teach you how to fix it. And so when I see messages that my team sends me, it's like they're adding in all of these words, they're adding in videos, they're adding in all of these things when you just need to keep it simple. And so a normal conversation literally looks like, hey girl, I saw you comment on my post, or I saw you vote on my poll of the ThermoFight X. Description. I never say, hey girl, saw you vote on my poll. Are you interested? I never say that because guess what? They voted on the poll. And then if they voted it on accident, I'm still going to like act like I'm confident enough that they want to know about the product. And that's all it says. It describes something that I'm always asking someone their health goals after I describe it. Then they're like, yeah, I work out and I exercise. I'm like, awesome. Okay. If you exercise and diet already, that's awesome. So this is actually what the 90-day challenge is. I would absolutely love to help you. And I always send before and after pictures. And they're like, yeah, sounds great. And I'm like, oh my gosh, awesome. Let's sign you up. Bam. And then when I have their information, I'm always talking to them about their goals. So I'm like, hey, I can actually get you this deal for cheaper if you want to add in this product. Cause I know you wanted to lose like 30 pounds. So I don't want to just recommend you one product. Super simple, you guys. That's kind of what I do, but host to post is a huge part of that. If you aren't taking advantage of your team's like big drawings every month, I'm sure almost every team does that by this point. But if you aren't taking advantage of that, we do our first month for our new distributors. Your first month is free. But you enter into the drawing and you just ask people on your Facebook's friends list to host a post for you, to share a post about your small business. And what my wording looks like is simply just, hey girl, I know we haven't really talked much on here, but I did want to reach out and ask you, I'm actually trying to expand my small business. Would you be open to putting up a post for me? That's all you have to do. And I'll go comment on it. Honestly, 9 times out of 10, they say yes. If you get ignored, that's just part of the game. But honestly, people want to help more small businesses now than ever. And so that's how I get a lot of enrollments in. And then for distributors, and customers, all I have to say for you guys is if you aren't posting consistently, there are so many files and so many ways to post. And so if you get overwhelmed, just ask your enroller or maybe just go copy someone for a while. And I don't say this for everybody because if you've been in this business for a while, don't copy word for word. Please don't. But if you don't know what to do, I would rather you post ugly graphics every single day than just not post at all, because people need to know that your business is open. So maybe you have only been posting once a day. I mean, not once a day, once a week. Well, that's like you having Walmart, like you own Walmart and then Walmart only being open once a day, once a week. How much profit, how much stuff are they missing out on if you're only posting once a week? People don't know that your business is open every single day. You're not posting about it. So do that. And I promise you one thing that has changed the game too, and then I can move on and we can constantly like add back to what we're saying. But if you have not been showing your face in your stories, you guys be a product of the product and show that you are taking the products, or that you at least have them in hand. If you're like, I don't love coffee at all, well, guess what? There are a million people that love coffee. So don't shut that door, I don't know what word I would say, that door out just because you don't like coffee. Hold it up in your stories and be like, hey, I have samples today. Bam, that's all you have to do. Again, you can figure out the rest later and make it perfect later, but all we want you to do is really just step into that comfort zone of just being consistent, which is kind of what we talked about a couple of Zooms ago. But That's really, I mean, host to post posting, doing all the 6 lists and stuff like that. But if y'all want like actual screenshots of a conversation that I have to seal the deal with the customers, I would be more than happy to do that because my customers last, they stay more than their 90 days. They're very happy with their results. They love their products. And I value my customers. Like they're a huge part of this business. And I love helping others try the products because they are so amazing. So if you do have any questions, yeah, I'll type it out while someone else is talking. But y'all can see how simple the conversation is, and you're gonna be like, oh, it's that easy. And guess what? I at least like sign like 30 customers a month. And I think Cheyenne does too. I think all these people that are about to speak sign like 30 customers a month. So hopefully that helps. And if y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. But Katie or Allie, whoever wants to go next, or maybe even Cheyenne if you wanted to add something on.
Yeah, I did want to add something on, but I can't see Allie. But oh, there she is. Allie, did you want to talk real quick?
You can add on and then I'll state my piece.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pin your video so you're like up here with us because that was really cool. Oh wait, cancel. Sorry guys, we're just playing with Zoom here. I kind of like this. This is cool. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to touch on the like distributor enrollment aspect because that was one thing that I really struggled with for like the longest time. And a lot of it, I don't want to say it was me or anything, but I was just like, I can't enroll distributors. I can only enroll customers. And so basically kind of what happened, like what changed in my business like mentally was just the confidence in it, which I know you guys have heard that before, but literally you guys, it is your confidence. Like we can be confident talking about these products. Like I know the other day someone mentioned to me that like my cheeks look like they had shrunk. Like I wish you guys would have known me like a month ago because I literally my cheeks have disappeared. Okay, our products work and I'm confident in that. And it was the business side of it that I was missing, or like the opportunity side of it. And it was around the time that I was trying to go diamond. And I was like, I literally just need to enroll distributors. That's like all I need. And it was just a mental switch. It literally was just like, to just enroll them. And what changed for me was just kind of like my wording and like conversations, like sending voice memos is super, super important. I think that's really key for signing up people. But I'm going to be honest with you guys and say that not every conversation I have is voice memos. I do use a lot of like script verbiage, I guess, if you want to like call it that. But I change them for every conversation because I could have the exact same conversation to Allie and Macy right now, and I guarantee you their answers would be different. So like I change those answers or like my next message just based on their previous answer, I guess. But it really is just the confident in the business. Like I know that this business can completely change someone's life, and especially with the systems that our team has in place. And I'm going to speak for both of them and say that they have the same exact systems because I know our leaders are friends. But I mean, still, like it literally is just that simple, and just like showing your face and about what the business has done for you. And if you're just like, sis, like I just joined, it hasn't done anything, talk about what it's going to do for you. We all joined this business with 0 DTs, 0 customers, and 0 BV. My first paycheck was $9, you guys. $9. Okay. It didn't start out rainbows and butterflies. So I was posting about what I was going to do. I know I had just said this, but I was a busy, broke college student. So I was talking about that. I was talking about how I didn't want to live that life anymore. And like I wasn't passionate about my degree. I absolutely hated being in school. I hated working. I just wanted to be able to do this full time. And that's what I was talking about. So if you love your job, or if you love what you're going to school for, talk about that and how you can make an extra income from your phone. We're not asking you guys to drop out and quit your jobs and do all of that stuff. Just fit that into what it worked or how it works for you, because I know I have a couple leaders on my team that absolutely love their degree and love the career that they're in, but they're also using this as that side income, and they're diamond leaders making a full-time income with this. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But that's honestly what I do, is like for the distributor part of it. I wish I could tell you guys TikTok, but it's not for me, sis. It's just TikTok just isn't hitting it. I've signed more customers off of TikTok than I've signed distributors. So that's just me. But TikTok's also a great place. I know that I have signed distributors from there, and my enroller, and I'm pretty sure Morgan as well, have enrolled mass amounts of distributors off of TikTok. And just copying other leaders, just keeping it super simple, honestly, just copying their videos and stuff. I used to do my biggest thing was host to post. I would always do Instagram and Facebook host to post for DTs. I don't do them as often on Facebook now just because I'm trying to be like customer focused, if that makes sense. But host to post, just simply asking people, like if someone does a host to post for me, I'll send them this message. And I'll just send them that like a week or so later just to see if they'd be interested in the business. That has got me a lot of distributors. I use this as a reach out message and that as my second message. And at the very bottom, it says I also have an opportunity to make an extra income. Y'all are more than welcome to use that, change it, don't use it, roll your eyes, doesn't matter. I don't care, whatever you guys want to do, but it is there for you and everything. And yeah, I mean, host to post have completely changed the way that I worked my business. And they literally work for you when you're doing nothing. Like just like kind of a quick little example. I don't want to talk forever on this, but I took my Sabbath, I think last week or the week before, and I came back and I had two customers that I literally had no idea were signing up. They just found my website from my Facebook and signed up from a host to post. And like I didn't give them any information or anything, just literally two random customers. And I was like, if only everyone was like this, you know, like holy crap. But it was still awesome. So I'm going to shut my mouth. Allie, did you want to add anything else to that?
Sorry, I was copying and pasting all of your amazing scripts. Um, so what I have found recently, like where I watched a whole bunch of Zooms today when I was just like, my room was a disaster. I was cleaning, and that's like my favorite thing ever to do is like literally just to type in leaders on YouTube and like watch their like Zooms. That might be really lame, but like sometimes I'm like, I just need like new, fresh ideas. And that's how I felt today. And one of the biggest things that I found where I was like, okay, God, like I hear you. Because like I was trying to do this like by myself anyway. Isn't that funny? Like drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever been like, recognize something you need to work on, and then God just like throws in your face like over and over again, and you're like, okay, I get it. So for me today, that was like setting boundaries with my business. And I feel like it's because I allow myself to have so much time with my business that there's no like cutoff hours for me. I've been like really struggling creating a Sabbath for myself, and like all honesty. So when I don't get something done in my power hour, I'm like, it's okay, I'll do it tonight when he goes to bed. And then it's like the procrastination of it. So I'm going to try setting boundaries for myself because I've tried this before, not to the same extent of what I'm about to do, but like limiting myself to specific work hours in the morning. Or like if you have kids too, like Cheyenne said earlier, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. So my husband comes home for work at night. I want to have time with him before my son wakes up in the morning. Never know when that's going to be, but try to get up early enough to get some things done. Those are my business like hours where in the morning I have to get as much done as possible because I can't dictate another time period through the day where I will be able to 100% focus. Of course, I'm still trying to get things done through the day, but that is like my set time. If I need something done, that's my time to do it. And so if you have not tried to create business hours for yourself or like a separate space to work where it's like 100% like focus, it could be as simple as right now we're in the process of trying to buy a house. So I'm at my in-laws. So right now I have a desk in my room. That's my workspace because before I was trying to work from my bed and it made me still tired. Like when I was waking up in the morning, I didn't have to go anywhere. So I like wasn't waking up. So like create a space for you. No, I don't care if it's on your kitchen counter, you got to sit on your kitchen counter with the notebook, like find a place specific for you to work and get into the headspace of this is my time to work and be intentional, because what that's going to do is going to eliminate the scrolling. It's going to eliminate the, oh, I have extra time to do this. So I don't really need to focus on that. It's okay if I go down a rabbit hole on Facebook videos. And that is something that before I felt like, I don't understand why I'm enrolling customers. I'm so consistent. I was consistent on being on social media. I was not consistent on spending my time wisely to work. Also, I want to give Cheyenne another just big shout out, because when I was posting my TikTok today, I found her lash serum TikTok and I was like, that is freaking genius. Who else has only heard of TikTok for signing distributors? Like, you are on Morgan team, like, or whoever, you're like, TikTok homies, I'm distributors, right? This girl has been using it for the products, and I've seen it before, but the way that she did it was like an infomercial and I was drawn in. So leave your TikTok below, please, because I'm gonna do that with like every single product now, with our coffee, with our gummies, like everything. Another thing I wanted to mention, if you have like goals yourself for this new year, I'm personally doing this too. Include your audience, because people want to be a part of something. So as soon as I get my products in for my auto shipment to start my journey, or I'm like have everything lined up, I'm going to go live on Facebook and tell people, like, I'm starting keto. This is why I'm doing it. These are the products that I'm using. If you want to grab these too, we can do it together. And so many people are going to want to be a part of this, because there's so many people that are trying to lose weight right now or have specific health goals for the new year. And you just offer them community and a way to get it easily shipped to their doorstep. They don't have to go to GNC and be like patronized, because whew, that's a whole nother story. Okay. But we offer so much value. So be confident in that value. Just like what they were saying, like, be personable and be confident in that. You don't have to be a robot. You don't have to be like a QVC. Like, this is $39.95. Like, nobody wants that. Seriously, like, our scripts are bomb, but they work because it's what everybody like would say. And if it's not what you would say, you can just change up a couple words, and that's why they work. It's not like if somebody were to copy and paste an article from, I mean, it might work for Shy because she's so green and she'd be like, yes, information. But I'd be like, what? Like, you're not going to talk to me about that. And this kind of goes along with what you're posting too, because if you're posting only product pictures, like, by product picture I mean like on a table, spotlight, glamorized, or like corporate like product pictures, it's an infomercial. Why would I want to watch television when I'm trying to spend my money on something that I don't eat? You know what I mean? Like, people buy you before they buy the product. So if like my face is not attached to something, I forget the percentage, I read it somewhere, but like people are like so much less likely to be interested if there's no emotional or personal value to it. And I'll find the statistics somewhere and put them somewhere. But that's what I'm doing this new year to try to create volume within my team. Another thing for enrollments is make sure that your profile is attractive, because the first thing people are going to do when you message them is go and see, who is this girl, and go back to your page. And if your lighting is dull, or if you don't look like somebody that wants to be friends with them, or you haven't posted in like 3 months about the products, the business, or anything, and then you're just reaching out to them, it's spammy. It doesn't seem like they can trust you, especially like want to have a conversation with you about their vulnerable goals and then give you their credit card information. Do you guys have anything to add to that?
Yes, I do. I actually just messaged Macy on Zoom and I was like, hey, I'm going to add on to her after this just 'cause I wanted to let her know. But I wanted to go back and touch on what you said about TikTok too. Just because like that is something that new that I've been trying, and I want to share it because you guys, it's really cool. So I've just been seeing, like, I follow a bunch of other top leaders and stuff on TikTok, and I was like, I want to post about our products. Like, we got some bomb products, and I'm like, you guys, I have 1,000 followers, which I don't think is a lot, but whatever. And I just want to go viral. Okay. I really do. I just want one video to go viral and I'll probably be done with it forever. But anywho, so how I've been using TikTok for customers is I've just been trying to kind of like incorporate different things, but I know you guys have like hear this all the time, but I'm being so serious whenever I say it. Add value to your platforms. And I actually got this from Macy, and she probably doesn't even know. So thank you. But one thing that she always does, like, she is so consistent with just empowering people. And I love that so much. And like, that's not a gift that I have. So I'm constantly journaling about it to manifest it in, but just adding value to them. So like, just kind of going like onto the whole TikTok thing. I'll try to do a TikTok that honestly I've seen someone else do, and I make it into my own where it's adding value. It's not about the business. It's just simply like, I know the one that I'm specifically talking about is 4 things to start in 2021. It's like one of my recent videos. And do you want me to actually like show it? I can't listen to my own voice. I'm so sorry. Y'all can go to my TikTok. It's like my most recent video. I can't listen to my own voice. Sorry, but it was like almost a minute long. But I was just talking about the lash serum, and I was like, if you guys want longer eyelashes, like keep watching or something like that. And it's just basically like you can do that with all of the products. Like just talking about the coffee and the celery, like we have so many incredible products that it's doing a disservice to the product itself if you're not sharing all of them. And that's kind of just what I did. And the other thing I wanted to say was views do not matter on your TikToks. Okay. I will scream this from the rooftop because I need to understand it for myself. I want a lot of views. I want all of my views to have a 1 by them. Okay. I understand, but they don't need that many. Like my lash one, it has 193 views on it. Okay. I've gotten 6 messages on Instagram from that TikTok. I posted a coffee one, 163 views. I got 2 customers, like 2 on the spot customers of the Skinny Brew, and I upselled them for other things, just with that one TikTok. This other weight loss one has 52 views, and I think I have like a couple comments. Like my views don't get thousands and thousands, or excuse me, my videos don't get thousands and thousands of views, but they are being shown to the right people, and the right people are reaching out. So always give them a call to action. Comment below, message me on Instagram, text me, like any of whatever's, goodness, any of those things, just to get them to like funnel them somewhere. And honestly, just doing that. And like, I really want you guys to hear me. Views don't matter. I promise you, my TikTok had 52 views and I got a customer. Okay. Like, promise you, they're being seen by the right people. And the same thing goes for any of our other platforms. Yeah, that's really all I could add to that. But that was basically all I had to say.
No, it's crazy how much I learn from you. I learn from Allie. I learn from Katie. Like I learn all the time, and I love learning. That's why I ask seriously a billion questions. But one thing I'll add on to that too, because this is something that has been a huge success. And please hear my heart when I say this, but you have got to step outside of your comfort zone if you're going to do this business. And if you're one of those ones that's like, okay, so I want to be successful. I want to make $100,000 a year income disclosure statement. I want to do all of these things or whatever it might be, but you won't sit here and post a selfie, or you won't sit here and post your face in your story. I want to be 100% transparent and just tell you that your success is going to take a very long time to get there. I was someone, and I kid you not, like I was so close-minded, and that's why it took me so long to promote to the first promotion. And honestly, most people probably get that promotion within their like month or 2 months they're in the business. It took me a year. And it was because I was so close-minded. I was so nervous to take a selfie. I was so scared of judgment. And if we're being honest, those people don't pay your bills. So please just hear my heart when I say this. Just get over it. Get over it. I don't want you to come to me and be a new distributor. I don't want you to come to me when I've told you a million times, show your face in your stories, post this, post a TikTok, and you see me or you see Allie or you see these people have success from TikTok and Reels and all of these things, and you're still just not outside of your comfort zone. I'm not going to feel bad for you. I love you to death. I'm just not going to feel bad for you though, because you're not trying new things, and you don't grow you don't grow inside your comfort zone. It's just not possible. And so if you have not done Reels, if you have not done TikToks, and believe me, it took me forever to start TikToks. Everybody was doing it at the beginning of this year. I started in August. And guess what? Because of those TikToks, I am now a mass distributor producer. mass distributor enroller. I was announced 2 times for mass distributor enrollments. That has never happened in my business before. Never. And it's because I've been so close-minded for all these years. And I know I was very proud of myself. I got asked to do conference. Like all of these things are just happening for not just me, but my business and my team's business, and everybody on my team is thriving because success leaves clues. So do reels, do TikToks. If you don't know how to do reels because you're like, I don't even know how to work Instagram, great, we'll teach you. We have a lot of trainings on that if you're open to it. You just have to start somewhere. And then what else was I going to say? Something that has been working really well for me. I was going to say something. I don't know, but I was going to talk about Instagram reels more because that's really where I produce everything. But what I had said in the comments is if you don't know what to post about, what I've told my team to do is think of like 5 things. Or if you can't think of 5, think of 3 things that you want people to know you for or that you're really passionate about. I have a girl who rides horses on my team. She loves riding horses. That's very unique because I don't know a lot of people that do that. So I've told her like post a lot of tips on that. Like people could find that interesting. People love that I find stuff that is so cute for $1 because I'm a thrift shopper. I won't pay full price for anything besides our products because our products bomb and we don't even pay full price for that anyways. But like seriously, find stuff that is going to attract people to your page. And I've claimed over this entire year that I've wanted to empower people, that I want people to feel like they are worthy because I know what it's like to not feel worthy. And I hate having people feel that way. And so I made a promise to myself when I was consistent that I would start posting about like empowerment, something empowerment. I always post a positive quote. You will always see me share a video of saying, you are worthy. Like just know that you are worthy today. Stop all the doubts, stop all the comparison. If you go on my Instagram, you can see how consistent I've been with reels and all those things talking about that stuff. And guess what? That's branded me over time. And so it might take a little bit to get used to. It might just, you might not see the success of it right away. I didn't see the success from TikTok until about 3 months later, but guess what? I was consistent every single day. And so it'll catch up to you. So if you don't know necessarily what you're good at and you're like, I do have a girl on my team that said this, so maybe you can make the same excuse. And I totally understand. She was like, I don't do anything. I don't walk outside this house because I'm a huge introvert. I suffer with anxiety. I said, anxiety. Bam, brain yourself with anxiety. You know how many people struggle with anxiety that's so crippling? Like I have girls on my team that have anxiety attacks all the time. Allie, I know that I guess both of y'all do. Talk about anxiety, talk about depression, however far you want to go. As soon as I started talking about my struggles with my family, what we went through, that's when people started connecting with me. I tried so long and I wish I could tell y'all the journey that it's taken me to get the success that I've had this year. But I tried so long to be like someone else. I tried so long to be someone like Cheyenne or Morgan, or I tried to take the characteristics of what made them and make it into me. And people can feel that fakeness. People can feel that. And I was like, why am I not signing distributors? Well, guess what? You weren't being yourself. So when they join you, they're not even going to connect with you because you're not being yourself. So be yourself. If you're weird, if you're nervous, if you're someone who's like stutters all the time, guess what? Someone is going to be able to relate to that. I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram and then I'll shut up. I posted a video where I was asking about like wedding like questions because I'm planning a wedding and that's how I've branded myself too. People know that I'm getting engaged and people love talking about weddings. So they always message me questions about weddings. But Dallas was freaking screaming in the background and he yelled the F word so loud. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry, you guys. And guess what? I didn't delete it because they want to see that you're a real person. Why would I delete that? I've literally sent a voice text to a potential distributor before sneezing in it because I was like, well, I guess I'll let them know that I'm a real person. I make mistakes, I cough, whatever. And so just be you because I promise you when you do, people are going to follow you. That's why you join this business. That's why like how we are all successful. We like to be different. I'm not like Allie, I'm not like Cheyenne, and they're not like me. And guess what? We all have success. And I'm claiming it. We're all in the top 150 and Katie. So I don't know. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, again, maybe, okay, I did want to ask this. If y'all have any fears or if y'all have anything that's holding you guys back from doing the things every single day to be successful, I do want you to be real and drop it below in the chat if you have enough courage and balls to do it. Because I want to see what y'all's fears are. So maybe one of us can validate it and ask you or like let you know that we've had that fear and how we've overcome it. I don't know if anybody will because I don't know the color personalities on here, but hopefully that helps.
One of the biggest tips I have ever gotten for going live and being like super nervous, and I think it was Susan who told me this. I don't know. It was somebody just like super random where I watched a live video and I was like, don't you ever get nervous? And they were like, of course I do. And I let them know how I'm feeling at the beginning of the video. So the whole time that I'm talking about what I'm supposed to talk about, I'm not thinking subconsciously, I hope they don't see I'm nervous. She called it out. Like she called the elephant in the room out. She's like, hey guys, happy Thursday, blah, 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 blah. I'm super nervous right now. Like you probably see me sweating. I might stutter my words. Like she just went through like those things. And I do that now. Like when I'm on Zoom, I do have anxiety and I get like really, really excited and I like mumble my words together and I have like 3 different accents all together. Like I grew up in Ohio, my papa's from West Virginia. Like my mouth just like moves how it's not supposed to, and that's okay. And I let people know ahead of time so they don't expect perfection. And honestly, I like loved that tip because it's helped me do like videos in the morning on my coffee. It's helped me go live. It's helped me talk to new people in person and on like social media or like new customers because it eliminates the expectation of perfection. And then you are like able to sneeze or cuss or whatever it is that like makes you you. But I did want to touch really fast on the fact that Cheyenne had said like I'm more customer focused right now, and I wonder who like caught that and was like, what is that? Because it is January 1st. We do have these amazing bonuses, and I kind of want to explain what she meant if you've never heard this before. So a lot of times you'll hear leaders in this business, if you've been in for a while, or maybe you got the gist, you promoted a couple times. Obviously, there's 2 aspects to a promotion. You need distributors. I always forget how much it is for Diamond now. I think it was 25 before, but you need distributors and you need volume, so customers. And depending on what your chart looks like, you may be more distributor focused or 15 now, or customer focused. And all this means is what you need more of to get to your goal. I also want to let you know that it's never going to be like, I only have to sign distributors and I only have to sign customers. Because if all you're missing is volume, say you're all charted in for your promotion and you're like, I need 2,000 in volume to hit my promotion. Sorry if you can hear my cats. They're like flinging the balls around in the back. But maybe you only need like 2,000 left for your promotion. This does not mean that you have to ignore every single person who is texting you to sign up with you as a team. Because if I've learned anything being in this business and promoting, distributors multiply volume way faster than enrolling customers. Customers addition, distributors multiplication. And you can enroll them and put them where you need them. Maybe that team ends up going 5 times further than you even needed them for your Emerald promotion. You know, who knew? So if you're like trying to like lean more, like posting more about the products for signing customers or posting more about distributors, I'm not telling you to enroll, like ignore the other side of the enrollments, but all that means is maybe being more conscious about what you're posting and like doing that a couple times to increase your customer enrollments. Or maybe you're like, I really need fresh blood on my team, which is like the answer to everything. Like signing new distributors. So I'm going to post all of my reels, all of my posts, all of my things, all of my messages. I literally texted Macy today and was like, do you have a distributor message that's cold message that's working really well for you? Because right now I want new blood on my team to run with. And so I'm more distributor focused. So I'm still going to post about the products and I'm still going to talk to people about the products, but my focus first is talking about the business. And I've heard so many ambassadors say that they were customers first, or that they inquired about a product first and then they got asked about the business, and this switch flipped in their head. So I just kind of wanted to clear that. Yeah, Cheyenne was a customer first. I think Macy was a customer first. I found the business first, but I promise you, after being in the business, I would be a customer like hands down with like all the different products. So I did want to clear that up really fast. And then if you want like specifics on your chart, go to your enroller, they can help you. But I caught that and I thought that maybe there's like some newer people on here that don't really know what that meant. What else I was gonna say? Oh, if you need somebody really good to follow, another person that's really good at enrollments and she's like really sneaky about it, Jocelyn Yates. Her TikToks are awesome. Her posts are awesome. She enrolls so much and you would never think that she was doing it like as like a business, I would say. Like if I was somebody who just found her page, she posts so much about her girl, so much about her life, and behind the scenes because of that, she's enrolling so much.
Yeah, I just also wanted to touch on a couple things that Ali had said too. Also, before I talk about that, this was a question in the chat earlier, and I promise if you send this, we were not ignoring you. I saw it and I wrote it down to talk about. Host to post for Instagram. I'm just gonna show you guys how what my little graphics look like, and I can send some things in the chat, but this is what my DT one looks like. It's just a little picture thingy I made on Over. And this is the message that I send. So any of the messages that you guys send on Facebook for host to post, the same exact thing on Instagram, just take out wall and say story. That's literally all of my messages, that's what they look like. So when someone says yes to doing a host to post on Instagram, that's what I send. And then if you guys read it, it says if you want to do 2 of them, I'll give you both entries, or if you want to post both of them, I'll give you double the entries. So I have a DT one and then I have a weight loss one. So it's my personal results, and I mean, I know those are my personal results, and if you go on my page, you'll know that because those are my rib tattoos. So I did that on purpose so people would be able to see like, oh, okay, that is actually her. And then kind of the same thing for there. Like I just have like fill out the link in my bio or text me. Then I think I have DM me or text me. So that's kind of how I do it for Instagram host to post. It's really just kind of the same concept, just posting something to their story versus on their wall. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was someone asked about, I think it actually might have been Macy, but content planning. And I wanted to show you guys personally what I do, because I used to do this differently, but I just wanted to show you guys both ways. So I have a digital planner, which if you don't know what that means that I digitally have a planner. That was like, it was not supposed to come out that way. I do everything on my iPad, if that makes sense. So I like said that, I was like, that literally didn't even make any sense. So one of the calendars that I have is a content planner. There's not that much in it right now, just because simply I haven't done it, but I can show you guys my other ones. This is what it looks like. I literally have a monthly calendar where I'm going in and I am saying, like, so today, it says post IG, Facebook, and then interact FB post. I know what those mean in my head, so kind of like organize that however you want. Another thing that I do with that is in my notes, I have a pinned note that says content planner. These are all of my posts. So it kind of goes by day. So on December 30th, I posted a reel. On the 31st, I posted this caption. Today, I posted this caption, then I'll post a reel. January 3rd's blank because I don't have anything yet. So then I'll go type in it. And then I do my post personally as a post, a reel, post, reel, and just bounce back and forth. And that's just, I do this every single Sunday just to content plan for the week. Or just kind of whenever I think about it, like sometimes in like personal development books, you're just like, oh my gosh, that would make so much sense. Like that's a caption, you know what I mean? Another thing I used to do is using this. And if any of you guys want them, I can send them to the leaders in here. It's just another content planner like that. So it kind of gives you like a little bit more space to like freely write and everything. But yeah, so that's personally what I do for like content planning and stuff, just to kind of like plan the content and then to actually like do all the other stuff on my Sabbath. You guys don't have to do it like this. This is just what I personally do. So I take a Sabbath from Thursday night to Friday. So for that, on Friday morning, I wake up and I get ready. I do my hair, I do my makeup because I feel like I just have time to breathe and all those good things. And so I get ready and I take a ton of pictures and a ton of TikToks. I literally go from my closet to my windowsill, take some pictures inside, take some TikToks, go out to my living room, take some pictures, take some TikToks, go outside, take some pictures, take to TikToks, retweet or repeat, not retweet. I just repeat that whole process. But that's like seriously how simple it is. Like you don't have, I mean, that whole thing maybe takes me an hour. Getting ready, that's a little bit extra. But to actually take all the pictures and do the TikToks, it doesn't take me that long. It literally is just simply doing them, you know, and like just taking an hour out of your day. Like the next time you have a day off from work, make that your picture day is what I call it. Take a shower the night before or the morning of, whatever you do, and just get ready and like change your shirt. Like I cannot tell you guys how many of my pictures are seriously at the same times. Just because, or like English, I taken them all at the same time just because it makes life so much more easier. And it's like, it's just work smarter, not harder. So I wanted to kind of show you guys another thing as well. So I'm going to show you guys my Lightroom. These pictures in the green hoodie, this is the same day, all the way down until here. That's how many pictures I got in the matter of an hour time span. Just literally changing my shirt, changing the direction that I like flipped my hair, smile, peace, duck lips, whatever, you know, like it literally doesn't matter. So another thing Ali wanted me to touch on real quick was saving to your drafts. So this is another thing you can do. If you go onto TikTok, there's an option. I'm gonna show you guys all of them. I don't do time. I'm not a timer person. That's just not my cup of tea, but you can obviously use timers if you need to. I just personally don't, but Macy said that she does. So like on TikTok, I have 15 videos saved to my drafts right now. So these are literally like TikToks that have already been recorded that I have words on them and captions. So all I have to do, go in, click it, add some hashtags, and then post it. And the same thing for Instagram. You're going to go as if you're posting something, and then you're going to click back. So you'll add a caption and then click the back button. It'll give you the option to save as a draft. So you can see right here, I have 2 posts saved in my drafts. These are 2 posts that are 100% ready to post with captions and everything. So all I have to do is just like click, select, post. Seriously, that simple. So that's another thing you can do if you do decide to content plan. You can even do it like that. Like if you already have pictures made and everything, just go ahead and plan your post out for literally the next couple of weeks. I do it for captions because I never know what kind of pictures I'm going to post, but I mean, you can completely do whatever you want for that too. But yeah, I think that was everything I had to say.
No, I loved everything that you said. I learned stuff new. I had notes written down. And one thing that our team oh my gosh, I can't talk either. One thing that our team does every Sunday, we have content planning Zooms. And so we are all about, I don't know about y'all, but I am all about working smarter, not harder. Like I don't want to work harder. I don't consider myself super lazy, but I am kind of lazy. Like I would rather stay in bed all day than like go out and do some activities. And so I want to be lazy as much as possible. And so we have planning Zooms on Sundays, and those things are amazing. We plan the content, we get our post ready for the week. So the ones that are super, super busy, I know there's a lot of moms on our team, a lot of people who work full-time jobs. And I worked a full-time job until September. So those Zooms and like getting content planned on Sundays, a day that you know that you're just resting and not doing much, go ahead and save yourself some time and just do it. Ask yourself questions. We have a lot of questions that we ask, like, hey, what's one thing you want someone to know you for? What's a really hard time in your life that you can think of? Because a lot of people, people hook to your stories when they really, really capture just the moment, it's when you're being really raw. You know, I've talked a lot of times about how both my parents were alcoholics and how, you know, there was not food on the table, where we went so many times without food. All of those real moments that I visually remember, guess what? When I'm talking about that, people can really feel that. So get really raw, ask yourself questions, think of things that you want to brand yourself with. So think of things outside of this business that you love. So, you know, again, like a girl that is on here, she loves horse riding. And so I asked her, I'm like, is there a couple of tips that you can do about horse riding? Is there, you know, pictures that you can get from Pinterest that you can go ahead and post for the week? So smart. Why would you not utilize those? And one thing, I saw a question I was going to answer. That's why I unmuted myself. Ashley, you had asked, what if you have distributors that don't work? So this was something that I dwelled on when I was newer, and I think it's actually pretty common because especially if you're a yellow, you're like, oh, but I love this person. I thought they were gonna be so good. Y'all, I've quit. People quit all the time because guess what? Some people just find that this business isn't for them. Some people are full of excuses. Whatever, you're gonna run into all different crowds. So don't take it personal. And if you know that you've given them all the training and they still don't give you the effort, move on. But you do get paid off of distributors, and honestly that's why like getting distributors is the meat of our business, and so that's why we want so heavily for you to talk about the story, talk about where you're headed, talk about where you want to go with this business, because that's going to continue to bring new blood in. We call it new blood because we want to continue to build our business and bring new people in every single month, and that's our goal. And so if you don't know what steps to success is, it's 3 distributors and an Allie might have talked about this. I can't remember. 3 distributors and 6 customers. And that's every single month. If you want to duplicate that, then continue to be consistent and that will happen. So you don't find yourself just working with the same distributor who won't work every single time. You know, don't get stuck on those people. Keep going and people will come to your business who will stay and they will be your runners. I'm really yellow too. So that's why I can speak on it. Like, I will literally cling on to someone to where they're like, I literally don't want it. And I'm like, but I thought you'd be so good. Like, come on, just stay. I'm just like that. I really feel for people and I feel their feelings. But I'm also red. So I'm not going to sit here and waste my time. And I'm like, you know what? You're giving me 10%. I'm going to give you 10% too. So that's what I wanted to touch on.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to say to that as well was, so that used to like really bother me because I am a red. I was like, why do you not want to make money? Like that was my mindset about it. And one thing that I like really started like asking myself was like, okay, did I give them every single tool, resource, blah 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 that I could give them to be successful? Yes or no? If I didn't, that's where you gotta learn, you know, you gotta pick that up. But if you did, you know in your heart you did everything for them to be successful. So don't beat yourself up about it, you know? I mean, like, let's be really, I mean, like, we all have people that don't work. We all do. I have diamonds and above that don't work this business. It happens, you know? I mean, I have, I think, 2,200 distributors in my downline now. I have 500 in my team page, and I think 50 to 100 of them are active in chats. That's okay. You know, I'm running with those ones that are here. And I don't say those numbers to brag or anything. I show you to give you guys that perspective of like, that's how big the difference is. But where was I going with that? Oh, that I'm running with the ones that are running with me. Say that 5 times fast. Wow. But I'm just running with those people. I mean, like there's been times in my business where I'd only had 2 people running with me. And you know what? I ran with those 2 people and we got it done. You know, like I know for myself going diamond, I had 3 distributors working with me. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Going triple, going into 2019, I had, I think maybe I'm not going to be able to give you guys a number, but I had a handful of people that were running with me, and that turned into entire new diamonds and doubles and multiples of them producing from just those couple of people. You only need 1 to 3 people that are in your business that are completely going to change it. You guys have no idea the type of people you're going to be enrolling here in the next couple of days. I mean, you all honestly could enroll your next ambassador diamond. You could literally enroll it after this call. And like just thinking about that literally just makes me like freak out. Cause I mean, like there's some people on my team that they joined and I'm like, this girl ain't gonna do nothing. And now she's like a double diamond, you know? I'm like, holy crap, like that's so crazy. So just wanted to add that real quick too. But Allie, I think you had something to say, so I'm sorry.
This being our last call of the series, I just wanted to give everybody a shout out because our numbers have been so consistent this week. Every single night that we have had this, we have had around the same amount of people, same amount of like, I don't know, I was gonna say people again. I'm just so impressed because it truly shows how dedicated you are to your success in 2021, how much you want to learn. And on the topic of those people that aren't working, you want to be the hardest working distributor on your team. But if they're not going to meet you halfway, then girl, that ain't it. You are in this for a reason. You are on these calls for a reason and you know where you want to go. And sometimes it doesn't look like with the people that you think it's going to be with. And that's okay. And I've had to learn that the hard way and I'm sure that they can agree. But thank you guys so much for showing up to our series. I would love to know which night was your favorite. Maybe we can do this again. I know we all have our own team Zoom, so maybe they'll pop on every once in a while if you guys beg hard enough. Um, but seriously, thank you so much for showing up. And I could not be walking into the new year without you guys. Like, I'm just so thankful we are all best friends on here, okay? Share these Zooms. Cheyenne posts the link every single time that we have them. You can watch them over and over again. They might help your new people. They might help you in the middle of being stuck on something. I'm going to stop talking because we're past our time and we need ideas. But I seriously, my yellow heart is so happy for you guys and so excited for this year. So thank you so much for showing up for your business at every single night this week and at such a late time.
Yes, I'm so thankful for you guys. That beautiful idea statement. Look how beautiful it is. Okay. But I
Hey.
hope you guys have such an incredible night. Macy,
Ryan.
yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something really quick, and I'm literally looking at the time, so I'm not going to go over. I tend to talk a lot. But one thing I want you to know is if you have hopped on here and you still kind of have doubts about yourself, and you're just someone who's like, man, I just don't know. I don't look like them, or even though I feel like I look like a complete hot mess, haven't had makeup on this entire time. But I want you to know that obviously you were sent to this business for a reason. So to add on to Allie, so you are just as valuable as anybody else. You are literally like a puzzle piece to a whole puzzle. It's not like everybody has to have their like. It's not like there's only a couple of pieces of the pie and only a couple people can grab them. And it's not like money is, it's limited. It's for everybody. There's so much amount of money. There's so many people to help. There's 8 billion people in the world. So don't be closed-minded and say, there's just not enough people for me to help or anything like that, because chances are that someone is right around the corner just wanting to hear you speak, and they can relate to you and you can change their life just as much as they can change yours. And so I just want you guys to know that you're worthy. And I've told my team that time and time and time and time again, because I was once that person that had no confidence. I did not believe in myself. Like, I was literally so depressed to a point where I was like, do I add value to life? Like, I was at that moment. And so I don't ever want someone to feel like that. And I want you to know that you were brought to this business for a reason and that you can do anything. And please utilize this season to truly become the best version of yourself, because this world needs good people. We're all good people, but this world needs good people. And so be that person. And I'm not going to talk a minute over. So that was a minute. And so I love you guys. And yes, thank you so much for hopping on. Y'all are truly, truly, truly incredible.
All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop.